All right, all right, all right. What is up, traders? It's time to do the crypto weekly outlook. So we're going to take a look at all these crypto assets and see if we can't find some price action setups for this week to come. All right, so let's get on with the star of the show is always Bitcoin, as it is the tide that lifts all boats. What is up, chat? What's everybody doing? How's everybody doing on this lovely Saturday evening? Jay Bradley, Wes, everybody else, thank you guys for showing up. So as you can see, Bitcoin has taken out daily support with this nasty red candle right here, which made itself its new support. Had a couple days of bullish price action. We went right up into that area of supply, which is 35,484 spot 80. That bullish candle's open. That is what you tested. That is where the bearishness came back from. So, did you get a close below that support? Pretty much. It is right on it. It is so close. But, nevertheless, that becomes your new support level. You have ticked down, making a new low, taking out this bearish candle's low. Next target to the downside will be this bullish wick right there. Unfortunately, price is heading lower. It is making lower highs and lower lows. So before I get on to the price action and the setups and everything that I'm going to be looking for, I am going to bring your attention over here to the other monitor and let you see what has Twitter all up in a buzz. So basically this is the accumulation phases of Wyckoff analysis. You can see that this thing is pretty tight, close to Bitcoin and the price action that it has been doing. With that being said, do I follow this model? Do I expect this model to play out, even though it has been playing out so almost perfectly? No, I don't. I don't go on these kinds of things because this would be just be too easy, would it not? I mean, simply just wait for these dips and buy them. Am I saying that Bitcoin is going lower? No, I'm not. I'm not saying that either. What I'm simply saying is, yes, as astonishing as this price action is, as fantastic as it is, don't get too caught up in the hope, in this thinking that this is exactly what's playing out. Because nobody knows what price is going to do. No models, no predictors, no nothing. What moves price is market orders coming in at the very second right now as we speak. That is what's moving price up and down. Now, can this become a self-fulfilling prophecy? Meaning everybody's looking at this thing and buying on these dips and could cause price to go up? Absolutely. It's about buyers and sellers, and which of the two is the aggressor? That is what's going to move price. So essentially, this is also why some technical analysis plays out itself, because it does, so to speak, come to play out because people are looking at the same things, and it's basically calling people in to do the same thing. So essentially, people are going to be buying this market up. These candlesticks are calculated on an 8-hour time frame, so I will bring you back over to the 8-hour charts. As you can see, we put in this wick low down here. All right, so if we go back over to the other monitor, you can see this right here. I guess that would be your last stab down. So for this model to play out, this has to start moving higher. It cannot make lower lows and lower highs from here. It must start making higher highs and higher lows. So here we go. This is your low. You have 8-hour support. There was daily support. Here's new 8-hour support. Did it take out this? Yes, it did. On a closing basis? Yes, it was. Did you test it? Yes, you did. What are you doing today? Well, so far on this 8-hour session, you are trading inside this 8-hour session's range. Let's get rid of all the lines. Here we go. So here is a bullish 8-hour candle. This is a session candle, meaning there's 3 sessions in a 24-hour period. There are 3 opens in a 24-hour period, being Asia, London, and New York. So if we are on this candle and it opened at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's a little bit off, but that's roughly around the New York Open. Unfortunately, the New York Open's 8 o'clock in the morning through the weekdays, but crypto's a little bit different as its daily closes happen at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of 5 p.m. like Forex. So with all that being said, this session right here, yes, it was a bullish session. It did close green and up on the session. This current session that you have going on right now will be closing in 1 hour and 52 minutes. And as of now, you are only trading inside. An inside candle simply means you have not taken out the high and you have not taken out the low of your previous candle. This is fractal, so it works on all time frames: 3-month, daily, yearly, hourly, 4-hour, 5-minute, so on and so forth. Price action's fractal, so it basically all means the same thing. It's just you put a lot more weight on the higher time frame things that happen. So what are we doing right now? Well, we have 2 targets in the market for now. For short-term traders, this is what we will be looking for: either a break and hold above this bullish candle's high, or a break and hold below this bullish candle's low, as that will dictate the current direction of the market and the order flow that is coming in. This is not a boombastic bullish candle by any stretch of the imagination. Essentially, all you are doing is retesting this bearish candle. All right, now you're trading inside. So in order for this to be a swing low, you must start making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. You do have an area of supply setting above you on the 8-hour time frame at 33,896.07. That will be an area of possible resistance. So if you are taking longs, you should probably look to take profits around that area to allow price to pull back for another retest. Here is your daily at 33,688. So it's pretty close, but not exactly the same. So when this happens, I usually put more weight on the daily. As I am an intraday trader, I am looking for intraday range expansions. This way I can get basically trying to find either if yesterday's high is going to be broken or yesterday's low is going to be broken. So it looks like Travis Hagen has become a new member to the prop firm. Thank you so much, my friend, and welcome. We had a fantastic video this morning. Make sure you check that one out when you have time, as you should have access to it. Thank you so much. Is this on or offline? This is online. We are currently live, my friend. Currently live. So thank you for being here. Hola, Senor, he says, Giles. What's up, my friend? All right, so we are trading inside. I did take a scalp short today. That trade has already I have already taken profits on the trade, and I have been stopped out of it. So if we go into algo on the hourly, I will show you where I got short, and it was right here on this section of price, right in here. So I was watching Bitcoin. These things basically do about the same thing as Bitcoin. You might not get a full-on hourly test of your Heath level or your supply zone, but I was watching price, took a short right here, and my target was down here. This candle's closing price, as that will be hourly support. So that was what I was aiming for. So when we pushed down into that, I took 2/3 of my position off, moved my stop down to break even, to let the last position ride if it wants to do so. And as you can see right now, I have currently been stopped out because this wick right here took me out. So you're just trading sideways. On the 8-hour, you can clearly see that, as you are an inside candle on the 8-hour time frame. So basically, what are we looking for? What are we waiting on? Well, we need to get out of this range. So let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's use the XBT chart. We need to get out of this range. Here is your hourly right there. That's where you need to get out. You can see that Bitcoin traded right up into that hourly Heath level, aka supply zone. That is when I initiated my position watching Bitcoin, and it basically played out exactly the same. So this is a wedging formation. What happens, why these things get created, is because of this. You have a Heath level up to the upside, you have a Heath level down to the downside. So shorts are getting short here, bulls are getting long here, and price is basically ranging up into a tight formation for a breakout or a breakdown, whichever way comes first. that will probably be the direction that you are looking for. And then put in another leg to the upside, and that move was immediately sold off, and it was sold off good. There's only one bullish candle, and these are hourlies. So in this section of price, you only had one bullish candle. That's how aggressive the sellers were once you came up into this price. Why did the sellers get aggressive there? Well, because there's a level right there, your Heath level, your supply zone, 35,506. That's where they get short. That's where I get short. That's where professional traders like to take their positions. Boom. That's why it was so aggressive. So we got to wait, essentially. You got to let Bitcoin take out this high or the low and do its thing. Absolutely have to wait. If you take a short up here, just know that you are shorting what could possibly be the low end of this price action. Can you get continuation and further move to the downside? Absolutely. Generally, when you have massive consolidations like this, a lot of people will look for price to break out of that consolidation in the same way that it came into the consolidation. So in this case, you have a bearish push consolidation, so many will be looking for another bearish leg down, looking for it to break out of this consolidation. Have you broken out of the consolidation? Technically you have. You have taken out your capitulation wick to the downside, but that was also a form of capitulation. But if you look on the 8-hour chart, you can see that this bounce was very small and short-lived as the sellers got aggressive. This is not what you want to see for bullish price action. Let me go down here real quick just to see something. All right, beautiful. So this is not what you want to see if you're bullish. What you want to see if you're bullish is price making higher highs, higher lows, consolidating, higher high, higher low, consolidating, higher high, higher low, vice versa, and on we go. That is not what you are getting. What you are getting is bearish price action. Can this be a bear trap? Absolutely. Let's go back to the daily. Absolutely, it can be a bear trap. So what do you need to constitute a bear trap? You need a daily closure below support. This is our support, daily close below. Then if you get a bullish bounce out of the area and you take out this bearish candle here, then this will have been a bear trap. I would not suggest that you look to get long in anticipation of catching a bear trap. It is very, very difficult to find these things. Also, your RSI is not stating that you should be getting long. It is in the bearish control zone. Here are your moving averages on your daily. Moving averages, boom. As soon as they pop up, there you go. A closure here or lower will in fact cause this death cross. A death cross is when your 50 moving average crosses your 200 moving average. Now I understand that on the simple moving averages, you have already had this death cross. These are exponential moving averages. They are better in my opinion, but that is just an opinion. I do not have any analytical data that I can prove that they are. It's just my opinion. So you are getting your death cross right now. So yes, you can get a a bear trap down here. You get a nice close down here and a bullish pop out of this, then that will essentially make a bear trap. This is why it's not good to look for new short setups here unless we get obvious continuation. Obvious continuation would be a lower close, a retest of that lower close, and then continuation, and vice versa. You will be looking for that on and on and on. So your yearly open and your yearly low is right under you. That is going to have a little bit of support, all right? Here is your yearly open right there. Boom. Here is your yearly low. Boom. Right there. So you can see on this 3-month wick that we have tested the yearly open. The next target would be the yearly close. That on Kraken's data feed is $27,920. So that's what you will be looking for if you are bearish. That will be your target. That's this low right here. That was put in on January the 4th. Nice big fake out move to the downside. Price came back in, retested it. Explosion move to the upside. So price is consolidating on the lows, guys. Consolidating on the lows. That's not bullish. Never has it been. All right, now I'm going to do something else real quick. Let me show you Ethereum. Everybody knows Ethereum, right? Everybody is absolutely saying that what Bitcoin was not a blow off top. And I am the kind of guy that I am a price action trader. I follow price. That's the way I've been successful. That's the way I will continue to be. Here is what everybody called a blow off top back in 2017 on Ethereum. One weekly candle down, taking out a couple of weeks of price action, and you had continuation and follow through. Look at the size of this blow off top in comparison. So my question to you, dear viewers, why is nobody calling this a blow off top? Why? It is. It absolutely is. There is your top. There is your blow off. Taking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of price action in 2 weeks. Pretty blow offy, if you might ask me. Are we seeing continuation? Here is your support on the weekly. You tested it. Boom, you are breaking below it. Weekly downside targets were met. Best thing you're getting right now is profit taking from the short side setup up there. People are exiting their short positions down here, as this was their target. It would have been my target had I been shorting it, and it is other professional traders' target as well. You are getting nothing more than that. Profit taking. Does this look like buyers are buying it up? If you need me to remind you what it looks like when buyers are buying it up, this is what it looks like. Pull back, then you get bought, then boom, you leave, and then boom, you leave. What are you doing? You're down, and down. That's not bullish, guys. So if you're still expecting the 4-year market cycle to play out, it absolutely can. I am not saying that this is dead in the water and this is the bear market. I am not saying that. I am telling you to please prepare for the worst. Expect the best, prepare for the worst. Make sure you are not getting killed if this thing keeps going lower. I am still holding my long positions on ETH, and I am still holding my long on Bitcoin. I am not going to sell either one of those positions for years to come. So if it goes all the way down to zero, I am going to eat that as a loss. I am bullish on these two assets mucho years out, many years from now. I think these things are going to be trading at multiples of where they are today. Multiples. So that's what I'm taking my positions on and what I am expecting. I trade all the other assets. All the altcoins, I take my trades on those, and I trade FX, stocks, and options. I do not need to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's why I do not. But that is, this is a daily. That even looks like a blow off top on a daily. On Ethereum. Bitcoin is different. Bitcoin did not put in a blow off, not immediately. And in fact, for it to even remotely look like a blow off top, you have to go all the way out to the monthly. On the monthly, that is a blow off top. You put in a top, and then you took out multiple months of price action in 2. So technically it looks bad, not look good. But lower prices is where we want to buy if we are buyers. So right now, it looks like you are making lower prices. So if you're a buyer at lower prices, is it time to buy? Yeah, I'm picking up some. We got this weekly right here. Tomorrow it's going to be closing 1 day, 2 hours from now. If it closes red, which there's a pretty good chance it will, unless you get a nasty round of bullishness, this thing's going to close red. I will be buying more Bitcoin on as soon as that happens. So that's just the way I do it. So let's go. What's happening, everybody? Zero. No, I don't think the Nomad Trader, I do not think it's going to zero. Obviously, I am absolutely a bull on Bitcoin. Just in the near term, shorter time frame, days, weeks, months, probably looking at some more downside, guys. This is your weekly support level. So tomorrow's close is going to absolutely tell us everything we need to know, right? That weekly support is 32,292 on Kraken's data feed. Let's go over here and get the one on Coinbase, so that way you have both prices. Let's get rid of those lines, put a new one in. Right there's your weekly support, and that is 32,288 spot 56. Close below that, you have taken out weekly support on a weekly closing basis. So yeah, it's not looking good. Absolutely, it's not looking good. So we will see what happens. As of now, I am not looking for short side setups just yet. I do need to see a little bit more bearishness. I already took one scalp out of this. You can see how it's forming up this wedge, intraday wedge pattern. So if you want to drop a trend line on it, I mean, I wouldn't trust it too much on such a small time frame as an hourly. But a break below that, look for lower prices. Here's 1 hour support at 38.09. Here's your next hour, 8 hour or 1 hour support. Sorry if I said 8, I meant 1 hour. 3043.290. That's your ultimate support level. This is your ultimate resistance for now, for this price that you are currently in now. You see how you are trading in a range. So there is nothing to do. When you're range bound, you can get chopped up. We like to trade the trends, range expanding days. Those are the days we look to get trading. All right. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments up top. Sup, what's happening, everybody? I hope you all are having a fantastic day, says Traffic is Taken. I hope you are too, my friend. Just playing a few tables of poker. Eager to hear your thoughts. Thank you, Elias. And Heath, if you ever in need of more moderators, I could help when I'm able on that. All right. There you go. You have been knighted. Let's see here. Travis Hagen, is it still illegal? Oh, talking about poker. We're not traders, we're gamblers, said Israel Hodson. I, my friend, am a trader, not a gambler. My daily support is a bit different from yours. That could be because you don't have it at the same spot I do, or the exchange that you are currently looking at is, like I said, a little bit different. Daily support is this bearish candle right here. This was daily support, but this candle closed lower, so now it is, unfortunately. And that price is 31,594.63. Hello, Heath family. Smash the like, says Ajith Cosman. Thank you very much, Ajith. Thank you for being here, my friend. And yes, thank you guys for smashing the likes, as obviously it does help out the channel. And we do want more people watching this content, as it can save them money in the long run. They start trading the right way, then yeah, they can stop putting their money in a lot of other garbage out there. Like has been smashed. Thank you, Travis. Hello, Heath and everyone. Hello, Janet. Thank you for being here, and thank you for smashing the like. If it goes lower, guess what? We buy more. I like the way you're thinking, my friend. That was Res 347. Could you check AUDCHF, Aussie Swiss? Absolutely. Let's go look at it. The stream is for you guys. I'm not sure if I will be able to get a stream out tomorrow. Unfortunately, I have had a death in the family, so I will be tied up most of the day with that. Aussie Swiss had a nice bullish week last week. Well, not extremely bullish, but you're coming off a bout of a nasty sell cycle. Right there, this bullish candle is your resistance, and you are trying to break it. So here's the thing. Friday traded well above and took out Thursday's high, which is fantastic. That's the trade setup you're looking for, and you're taking profits as soon as that high is breached. However, this looks like a daily is about to break resistance because you closed right on it. This one did too. So I am still looking for this resistance to get broken unless Monday closes below this candle's low. If you get that closed, then you're going to have to wait and see if you can find support down here, roughly at these piano keys right there. 0.69366. Wait to see if that area holds a support. If it does, you can then look for higher low support, possible buying opportunity. It is in a long-term downtrend, longer term. Obviously, if you stretch it way out, it's arguable to say this thing's in a bullish trend. But if you go even further out, it's still in a bearish trend and has been its entire life, as this is your monthly chart. Did get a break and close above monthly resistance? No, you did not. There's your monthly resistance. You can see how you've been testing that same resistance. That price is 71851 for 3 months. and then boom, you've dropped away from it. So this candle here is a continuation or a trending candle. You took out the lows of this one and this one, but it's a monthly. So here's your weeklies. Nice big strong weekly close. Look where you closed on the weekly, right at monthly resistance. So that's the monthly resistance. You're looking like you're wanting to get a break. Wait a minute here. No, it's not. What was that? That is not monthly resistance. I think that's daily. Yeah, it was daily resistance. Here's weekly resistance, and you did get a close above it. So we will be looking for bullish entries on this thing, but this is the thing. You can get a pullback all the way down to roughly there, 69366, before you even look for bullish entries. We do not buy into resistance. We do not short into support. We let the price pull back and give us that opportunity. Think of it like a bow. You need to pull that bow back and then you release. That's when you take your shot. Henry Chang, what's up, my friend? Hello, how are you? That is one ugly red candle yesterday. Wiped out 3 days. Yes, it did. Bitcoin is getting beat down. Beat down. And it was a weak close as well. Closed on the lows. No, man, thanks for all you do, says Travis again. No, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. How does Atom USD look? Let's go look at it. I haven't looked at it in a while. We'll go check it out. Probably looks about the same as everything else. It does. So we were looking for resistances to get taken out, but instead we are taking out supports. That's bearish. Here was your daily support. There's your daily break of support. Here's further pushes lower. Come back in, test your last resistance. It held. Bears kick back in the high gear, dropping it even lower. Since you have been basically accumulating, making a bear flag on the lows. Here is daily support. Let's get rid of all these lines because on this asset, this is the only one that matters. $9.083. Daily close below that, you are looking lower. Unfortunately, looking much lower. How much lower? Well, to get underneath all of this stuff and these swing lows right here seem to be free. So that would be your next area of support to look for. The close of that bearish candle right there. Not $6.97, $6.97. If you get a break and close below on a daily basis this support level, I will be looking for $6.97 to be tested. Not looking good. Not looking good, my friend. What's the difference between a Heath level and an order block? Nothing. It is the same thing. Some fancy YouTuber has decided to call a supply zone or a demand zone an order block so he can sell his mentorships and or courses. That is it. It is exactly the same level as a Heath level. It is supply. It is demand. That's what it is. People like to name stuff differently to make themselves look good, I guess. I don't know. Take profits. Taking profits is always a good thing. This is amazing clarity. Thank you, my friend. Run DMC 555. Welcome. People just see what they want to see. That's why nobody except you is talking about a blow off top high, by the way. Welcome, Oliver. Well, I talk about what I see, and what I see is bearishness. And I have taken multiple bearish trades, and they have, most of them, been profitable. Stop loss is 0. That is me too, Poi to Bogan. I don't have a stop loss on my long positions on Bitcoin and or Ethereum because I am not trading them maxed out with a ton of leverage. I am merely buying a piece here and there with spare cash that I have laying around. That's all. And I'm just keep accumulating small bits until 10 to 15 years down the road, those small bits turn into a big bit. Is it not weird that it's printing a perfect head and shoulders pattern? That would be a perfect bear trap. No, maybe I see conspiracies everywhere. I don't know if I see a perfect head and shoulders pattern. Let me go look. Are we looking on the daily. Maybe you're seeing it on a different time frame. I mean, it would be a sideways one, I guess. If you're saying that shoulder, head, shoulder, definitely be crooked. I'm not a pattern trader, so I don't know what constitutes an exact head and shoulders. Usually it's the ones that look real good and the volume signature matches as well. Like you have an increase of volume on the right shoulder or left shoulder, increase in volume on the head, and then another increasing volume on the right shoulder. That is generally the signature that you're looking for a head and shoulders. If this is a head and shoulders, it looks like you have breached already. But yeah, I don't know. It looks bearish. Head and shoulders are bearish, I guess. So yeah, I don't think it's a conspiracy, my friend. I see red candles everywhere. Hello, Mindy. Alexander Knuckleop, thank you for the beginner playlist. Open my eyes so much. You're so clear and easy to understand. I cannot recommend you enough. Many thanks. Thank you so much for that, Alexander. I appreciate it, my friend. Aaron Castillo, great job. Greetings from Mexico. Welcome, Aaron. Thank you, my friend. Condolences. Thank you, Slothbug. My very, very thankful for that. Thank you guys so much. Could you share your views on Euro Aussie weekly and daily overall direction? Absolutely. Let's go look at Euro Aussie. I'm beating up the microphone. Apologies. Euro Aussie. Oh, and so we were forming down here on the lows. That's when Euro was basically, and Aussie's been a little bit weak. So here's your formation. There was a resistance level that we were watching for a break. There was your break. Here's a perfect retest of it, but you didn't get much of a bounce on this test. You did on that test, also taking out resistance. So I was watching for support to be found at one spot, 57744, which is your last resistance here in this section of price. Obviously, this would have been resistance too once you got to it, but it did not hold. Big, strong daily close above it. Is this a bull trap? Looks like it. There's your break right there. So when you take out resistances to the upside on daily closing bases, the next day is just as important as this day. As if you're going to get follow through or continuation to the bullish side. If the bulls have a lot of momentum, generally you will see a small red candle and then the next day see expansion to the upside. That's not what you got here. Let me go over here. Oh, the music keeps faking me out. Thought it was over. So when you take out your bullish candles low, that's when you have a sense made a bull trap. And you got that. Now, can this thing find support and move higher? It can. There are no daily supports down here. As far as supply zone, this bearish candle would be it, but I don't like using big range candles for that, especially when you have a couple dailies that never even went above it. I like using the small candles like this one here. That would be a perfect order block, ETH level, or demand zone. So that's what we're waiting for. But you do have daily support right there. All right, so one spot 57023. That is support on Oanda's data feed. You kind of went down in to test it the other day. Got kind of a rejection. So what I do in situations like this to see where the next day might be going is I go into smaller time frame charts, see the bearish momentum coming in. I would not be looking for this as a buy just yet. It needs to prove itself. So you need to see multiple attempts to get below that level and unable to do that. At that point, like 3 or 4 8-hour sessions, same here, and then you get a bullish break. At that point, then you look for a pullback buy entry, looking for bullish entries. Right now, the momentum is to the downside. There was 8-hour support. It is the lowest close. And there it goes. There was your test. So anybody that got long there got smoked the very next session. This is why you don't just blindly buy these levels. You let price show you if it's going to hold. Heath, how do we know if price is going to hold or not? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Let me show you. Here, let's just use this section of price. Bar replay on TradingView. If you're not familiar with it, I suggest you get very familiar with it. It is the best, hands down, tool on TradingView. TradingView, if you're listening to me, I just hooked you up. No, seriously though, in all seriousness, that is the absolute best tool that charting platform offers. This thing that I'm using. This is your Heath level, aka order block, aka demand zone. There's your test. Boom. So what happened next? Well, that was nice. So now you're looking for bullish entries, but you gotta watch your support. That is going to be your near-term support as it is your last close down. Keep going. You can see another test. Boom, there. Another test. Boom, there. So at this point in time, I would be looking for bullish entries, and I would try to get that bullish entry as close to 1.57692 as possible. Why there? Because that's support. Next time I get a push down into that level, I would be looking for bullish entries, and I would be placing my stop underneath this candle's low right there. Now, I don't know if I got stopped out because I didn't pay attention to anything. I was just looking for something, but that's basically, yeah, I got stopped out. Boom, boom. But then there you go, right? That's absolute monsters. Heath, could you share your views? Oh, I just read that. Thank you very much. Hope that helps, Mindy. It's early morning here, 8:30 a.m., and I really enjoy waking up to your TA. Thanks, man. I put Sprite on the shopping list. Sorry to hear about your loss. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Following you thanks to Jordan. Jordan's my man. He's my boy. My family send their condolences. Thank you guys so much for your condolences. How do you short crypto? Does Coinbase provide that option? No. And neither does Kraken anymore, unless you are a high net worth individual. So since this big massive blow off and everybody got wrecked, now Kraken has made it to the point to where you have to have $10 million at least before you can even trade on margin anymore, because a lot of people owe Kraken money now. The people that got 100x long right here and didn't put a stop loss in, they probably owe millions of dollars to Kraken right now, and Kraken's trying to get their money. They probably won't ever get their money. A lot of people got really bad hurt on this because they don't know how to trade. Welcome to the channel. You will learn how eventually here. So Kucoin is what I use. Right now I'm using Kucoin. I am in the US and it does allow me to trade. I am not on a VPN. However, with that being said, Kucoin did get hacked a year and a half or 2 years ago. They did get hacked. So is it risky to trade on that platform? Probably. So make sure when you if you open an account, you're not opening an account with your entire life savings, as that would not be advised. Take a $100 bill and open an account and learn how to trade, learn the platform, learn how to enter and exit positions, how to execute orders. Then you can put a little bit more money on the exchange, because in order to short, you must leave money on the exchange. All right, that's the very scary part about it all. The money that you have on exchange to short or even go long with leverage is on exchange. So at any time that money could be gonzo. Not smart. It only has spot trading. Yeah, no. Coinbase, Kraken, all the US brokers are only spot trading. Only. And it's only long positions. You cannot go short. Thank you so much. Or thanks, he says, Top Dog Killer, you're welcome, my friend. If we take out the capitulation lows on Bitcoin, can you have a look supports below scenarios? Absolutely. So right here is the support that I'm watching currently. As you can see, that is so far providing bullish bounces. That price is 30,407. 30407. This bearish candle's close. That is support. Until you get a daily closure below that, it remains support. Very next level to the downside that I'm watching, unfortunately, is 26,482 to the downside, as that is your next bearish candle, and that gets you underneath this wick low here. So that would be a good spot to look for support, and that's only if you break and close below this level and then find that level back as resistance again. This is the thing. We know traps exist. So yeah, if you know it can happen, then you have to prepare for that. You can absolutely get down here, stop all these people out, even all these people, these people, these people, these people. Anybody that has stops riding underneath those three and these three wicks will be stopped out. At that point, you could get a massive bullish push back to the upside, as that's a lot of liquidity setting under there, and some big whale could absorb it all, and then you could get a massive bullish pounce. So that's why it's kind of dangerous to take shorts to the downside at the lows, because just like at the highs, you can suffer from exhaustion risk the same way. There is exhaustion risk at the highs, so boom, that's what can happen. You can also get exhaustion risk at the lows. Boom, big bullish candle to the upside. So just be careful. Take small short positions. But yeah, so those are the two levels that I'm watching currently. If those levels get taken out, then I will go find lower levels, and that would suck. Because at that point, you've already taken, or you're getting closer and closer to your old all-time high. That old all-time high at $19,000 is going to say a lot for a lot of people that are watching 4-year cycle models and other things, as Bitcoin has never retested its old all-time high on a bullish break. Once you got the bullish break of an old all-time high, you never went back and retested it. Not after you had a massive bullish push. So that's what everybody's watching right now, unfortunately. But I will keep buying it. I will buy it all the way to zero if it wants to go there. But it's not going there, guys. This thing is, it's a marvel. It's only 13 years old. It's very, very new, and a lot of people are into it. Once people adopt it on a mass level, then this thing is just going to go up. But you just have to have a long time frame, an investor's mindset, if you will, not a trader's mindset, not on Bitcoin. You can have a trader's mindset on penny stocks and Forex, but on Bitcoin and possibly even Ethereum, you need an investor mindset. When you identify, say, weekly resistance, are you talking about the last relevant bullish candle on that time frame? Absolutely. What I'm calling resistance is absolute. It is not subjective. So here's your weekly time frame. This bullish close on a weekly, that became your resistance. Why? Well, that's where it closed. And until you get another bullish weekly close above it, that level is still resistance. And the same goes for the downside. Your support will be your lowest your lowest bearish close. So right now, this level is still support because this candle has not closed yet. If this candle closes below it, then this candle's close will be support. And the way that I trade, wicks are always targets only. Not areas to look for support, not areas to look for resistance. They are targets. That is where I'm taking profits. That is where I'm exiting my positions. Wick highs and wick lows. Thank you, Adam. You are welcome. Yeah. All right, guys. Best honest YouTube stream. Price action is where it is. Thank you, Matthew Hicks. I firmly believe that myself. I don't know anybody else that's doing what I do on a regular basis. All the trades that I post on real accounts, not fake money accounts, real accounts. I don't show you position sizes and all that because that stuff isn't going to help you. What's going to help you is the application of the strategy. That's all you need to know. Does it work? Well, if you've been following me for any time at all, you know it does. You know it does. What exchanges would you recommend for crypto? Don't need leverage. Coinbase fees are killing me. Coinbase Pros, Israel, Coinbase Pros exchange is a lot cheaper. Go figure. Why would it be? I have no clue. But Coinbase Pros platform is where I have money at, not on Coinbase. Because you're right, Coinbase's fees are absolutely disgusting, especially if you're buying big amounts. So Coinbase Pro, and then Kraken, if you're just buying, HODLing, their fees aren't terrible, but they're not great. That's the thing with crypto. None of it's great because none of it's really regulated. It's like the Wild West still. So, yeah, I have money, physical cash on Coinbase Pro, Kraken, Kucoin, and that is it. The rest is in a hardware wallet. Quality analysis. Thank you, Victor. Thank you and welcome. Is Kucoin legal in the United States? Yeah, absolutely it is. I'm trading there. Like I said, I don't have a VPN and no one's hunted me down yet. So basically, if the platform isn't, if you're not allowed to trade on the platform, if it's a platform worth its weight, they won't allow you to trade there. Now, if you're using a VPN, then they're not going to know where you are. But I don't use a VPN, so they know I'm a United States citizen, and the max leverage that I can use on the futures aspect of the Kucoin platform is 5x. That's it, because I'm in America. If I lived in some other country, I could trade with 100x leverage on the futures platform. So Kucoin is different because it has 3 different things. You can spot trade on it, you can margin trade on it, and you can trade futures. And all 3 of those are separate entities. They're all Kucoin, but if you put money on the margin account, you will not be able to trade futures, and you will not be able to trade spot with that money. So it took me a little while to understand how the platform works. I put all my money on the futures side of it because, in my opinion, it trades like Forex. When I say it trades like Forex, I mean the execution of entries and stuff like that. It's relatively simple. So that's why I'm trading on the futures side of Kucoin. Now, that does not give you access to a lot of the DeFi projects and all that stuff. So you have to weigh what you want. Now, if you put money in the margin account and you trade on the margin account, you literally have assets I have never heard about. You can trade on it. And so far, order execution, entries, and exits are flawless and pretty tight next to the spread. So I like the platform. I absolutely like it. That's why I have a link down there. I don't get paid for the link or anything like that. It's just there to help you guys. I don't have any affiliates other than CTN. The rest is just basic anybody links. So as far as I know, it's legal. With Kucoin, can you short any crypto asset with $100 or $1,000 account? Yeah. As far as I know, the first time I put money on the exchange was around $100 because that was the first time I was ever doing a Bitcoin transaction. I was basically passing $100 of Bitcoin to Kucoin on the blockchain, so I wasn't wanting to do like 10K like that. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure a little bit of money made it at least before I started putting more in it. But so far everything's been fantastic. And yes, I was able to short assets on the futures side. I know nothing about the margin side, unfortunately. All my money's on the futures pro. Look, Drill Wills Victoria answered your question for you. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for the help. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You are welcome, Israel. What about Voyager collecting interest, BTC, and ETH? I don't stake coins. I'm a trader. I don't just stake anything. I'll go look at Voyager's chart if I can find it. I guess that's this thing. Voyager Bitcoin. BQX BTC. That's a weird ticker. It's very, very it didn't do nothing until this big bullish explosion. It was a pretty big move. You're trading sideways for weeks and weeks and weeks. So that was a 3,000% move from there to there. And you had how much of a fall to the wick low? 69%. So in line with most other or some other crypto assets, you're trading sideways. Looks like I've checked this out for somebody else. Right now, your nearest resistance that you need to get a break above is 7930. Nearest support that you got to get a break below is 6109. So this is your range. As long as you're closing weekly candles inside of those 2 areas, you're not looking for entries on this asset. No, I am not from California, the Hun. I live in Florida, my friend. Born and raised. Kucoin is awesome, says Dro Wills Victoria. I agree. So far, I like it. Executions, everything are on deck. I love it. So far. With Kucoin, you can short any crypto. Oh, yeah, I answered that. Yes, you can. And is horizontal support more or less same strength as trend line and moving averages? Volt 1. That's a fantastic question. I am so glad you asked it. Now, every trader's different. Obviously, they have their own styles and how they like to execute positions. I myself only execute on horizontal levels. Trend lines are something that can help you show you basically where the trend is, for instance, which way it is going, like this here. But would I take positions directly off of trend lines only? No. And I never ever take a position on a moving average test. Now, if I have a moving average there and a legitimate resistance or support level and a trend line, then you have 3 confluences there. That gives you a pretty good chance that you might be looking at the right position. You know what I'm saying? So also, this EMA package that I use, if you just go into your indicators and strategies, pull this up. All I did was typed in EMA MA combo, and then you can see the first one down on the list was this thing, and over 1,000 people use it, so that's why I use it. This way you can have 5 or 6 moving averages on one indicator, so it doesn't take up 5 spaces on one indicator. I've been using this one for like 2 years. So once I found it, I just favorited it, and that's the one I use. And that's EMA MA combos. So I don't take positions off of the moving averages. I look at where they are in conjecture to price, or in like where is it in reference to where price is trading. And the reason is because like if you're on a daily, and I only look on the dailies, if you're below, like your price is trading way above your 20 EMA, there's a pretty good chance you're going to see a pullback on the asset. That's it. And the RSI, I only use the RSI to see where is it. Is it above 50 or is it below 50? Because the way that I look at it is anything above 50 is bullish control. Anything below 50 is bearish control. So you're looking for bullish entries if you're above 50, and you're looking for bearish entries if you're below 50. And that rule doesn't always work. Like there's other things that I look at as well, obviously, but those are the only things that I use indicators for. Everything else is price and price alone. Not even trend lines. I put them on there, but I like horizontals. The reason is because it's not subjective. When you put trend lines in, it can be subjective because you can put a trend line in from the close, for instance, instead of the low. If you put there's your first bit and then go over here to your close of this bearish candle, well, that's subjective because someone else might go from low to low. So just from going to low, look how crazy your trend lines are, just from 2 different ways. So what if someone puts a trend line up here and then cuts all the way through all this price, and it's all subjective. Horizontal levels, if you use them the way that I use them, they are not subjective. Support and resistance. It's the first YouTube channel ever that you're going to hear that. My support and resistance levels are not subjective. They are objective. That is the closing price. That's why I use it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome, but you will understand that stuff as time goes on. I can't understand you, Daniel. Heath, what's your opinion on Bitcoin miners right now? Pretty even with Bitcoin prices, or overbought or oversold compared to Bitcoin? Maybe look at Mara. Yeah, we can go look at it. Yeah, they do trade pretty relative to Bitcoin. You can see that this had a nasty blow off top. There it is. Boom, boom. There's your continuation to the downside. However, it is looking for support. This level here was support until you broke it. Now it's resistance. There's your test. There's your test. There's your test. Boom. Later. See ya. Your near-term support level is 25.22. That resistance is 31.06. Right? Those are not Heath. That's not me saying that. That's price saying that. And right now, both of those levels are still intact. So you are trading range bound. I know one thing. Miners need electricity. They need cheaper forms of it. And, you know, as long as As long as Elon Musk is talking about cleaner forms of electricity for Bitcoin miners, stuff like that, like that's all going to be FUD. So that's why I just focus on price. That's all. Focus on price and let all the other stuff go by the wayside. Like the trade I took on pound dollar the other day. I knew the news was coming up. I took a short position. I even told you on the live stream on Thursday morning where I was going to be taking the short position, and it played out absolutely perfectly. And the news just helped it get to my target. That's it. That's the way I view news. I am a price action only man. And no, I'm not in California. I am in Florida. Ways to free crypto. We are now, that's your name, Ways to free crypto. We are now on the brink of collapse. If we don't bounce here, we fall to 24K. What do you think? What's coming next? Well, I don't have a crystal ball. So, yeah, right now, that's the level. 32,288 on a daily. No, that is not. What is that? I might have put that in on a lower time frame. So there's support down there. That's the daily support that's holding price, 3407. Once again, if you get a daily break below that, the next area, roughly 26,511. So you're pretty close. But that hasn't happened yet, so we can't basically say that's what we're looking for to happen. Because that would, in a sense, be predicting future price, which is impossible. Voyager as exchange, Keith, sorry. Voyager is a platform, I use it. I don't know anything about it, Mindy, unfortunately. And Mars bars, candy bars, I don't know anything about it. So I can't help you. I can't answer any questions about it, unfortunately. Volt 1, can any of you guys see this post? Yeah, I see your post. Volt, yeah, what? Thanks, you just skipped my question, no worries. Yeah, I don't remember. I try to go first come, first serve on this thing. And it looks like I've answered most of them. I'm scrolling up looking. Maybe you're asking that because I'm so far behind time, so. But I did answer your question about the support and resistance, horizontal levels. So apologies, my friend. Victor, you just said that you are a trader, but some people believe that there's more profit in hodling than skating in and out. I've been confused on this. Please, I appreciate some clarity. Thanks. All right, so Victor, I said it a little bit earlier, but I'll answer it again. I only hodl Bitcoin and Ethereum. I trade everything else. Can I make as much money hodling everything else as I do hodling Bitcoin and Ethereum? No. I mean, like, I'm not going to go in and tell you what I make on a year-to-year basis, but I can tell you one thing. It's way above the yearly average that the S&P 500 does. So as a trader, essentially, those are your metrics to gauge. Are you a good trader or a bad trader? Well, are you able to beat 8 to 12% year over year annualized? If you can, you're a freaking great trader. All right? That's the model you have to go by. That's the only thing we have to compare ourselves. Because if you bought the S&P 500 20 years ago, then you've seen an average annualized return of 8 to 12%. So yeah, if you can't beat 8 to 12% per year, it's highly advised that you only hodl, even stocks. So I hope that answer helps. DOTUSD, absolutely, let's go look at it. I guess I could have just typed it in, but I know I have it over here. There it is, up top. Oof. It looks pretty bad. See, the thing is DOT, once it put in this high, there was your lower high, boom, straight down. Ugh, there's your break below, close below support. That level hasn't been retested yet, also, which is funny to me, as you can get a bounce all the way to there, right? 17 spot 955, that was support. There's your break below support. So when you trade back up into there, you're going to be looking for possible resistance. As long as you are below the 50 spot on the RSI, that might be a good spot to look for shorts. However, with that being said, know that you are taking a short down at the low, and that price that may not hold as resistance, depending on how much bullish momentum there is. But it looks exactly the same as Bitcoin. Almost exactly the same. All these cryptos over here are just about doing the same thing as Bitcoin. So you can basically look at Bitcoin's chart and apply it to any other altcoin. There's a couple outliers, obviously. Matic was one of them, but you can see now Matic is not. Everybody was talking about it when we were putting in this bullish push. And I told everybody then, this is probably just another selling opportunity. As this thing has less liquidity in it as Bitcoin, so this massive push to the downside is going to have a massive bounce. Once these shorts take positions and once all the liquidations are finished, you're going to see a ton of buying pressure. That's all that was, as it was sold into, and you never made another higher high since. You've been going straight down. So, and now on Matic was the outlier. You are trading 62% off the highs, so you're no longer an outlier. And Luna, I think, nope, Luna was not. So I can't remember the other ones. There was a couple. Where did we go? Okay, there I was. There, DOT. Never mind. Just answered. Thanks, Volt. Yeah, I will not, absolutely not ever personally ignore any of you. If I do miss your question, just ask it again. Don't spam it like 8 times in a row. Have a little bit of respect, but I never want to miss anybody's questions. That's why I go from top to bottom, so that way I can answer as many as I can, as quick as I can. Do you look at open interest volume delta for confluence on your trade entries? No, I do not. I do not. Wholesome nutrition. I don't care about open interest and any of that stuff, because that's just more data to overanalyze with, right? Price, in my opinion, once you have the knowledge of it, once you can see it the way that I see it, you need absolutely nothing else. Once you have sound risk management principles and you have an obvious skill of looking at price and reading price, everything else is useless, because it's going to keep you on the right side of the markets more times than not. So no, I don't. I mean, I might look at it on occasion, but nah, I don't use that to base any trading decisions off of. Thanks, Elias says. Okay, the chat just skipped out on me. There we go. I trade confluence. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, my friend Victor. If you are successful trading confluence, keep doing it. Keep doing what works. BTC will touch 19K. Okay. I don't know if it will, but we will see. Zoom out and look at 19K. Never touch back its support. You're right, it did. And I don't have to zoom out, but I will. I already know that. I've known that for a long time. It's just not relevant when you're trading at 30 and 40K. You're not looking for it to go back and test it then. But yeah, now we're getting closer and closer to it. So let's go find it. As it is relevant now. You ain't lying. So there's 19K. Let me make sure I got it on the exact all-time high. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I zigzagging the chart too quick. There we go. So that's down here. And you are right. There is your test. Old all-time high. Traded sideways under it. There's a little push fake out to the downside. Boom. Explosive bullish move to the upside. So technically, from 21,887 to old all-time high is an inefficiency in the market. Yes, it is. I even heard people call those different names, shilling their courses and mentorships. It's so funny. It's a dirty world we live in, people. So yeah, I agree. There is a massive area down there. It was never retested once you broke out. Maybe it was on a 15-minute chart, but there's your daily. You've never gotten any legitimate retest of that area. So is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. But will it just based on that? No, not even close. If price was trading around 22K, then I would be targeting that. But until then, man, this level can hold support. Remember, you're down at the yearly open. There's your bullish candle right there. You were bearish all day. You have now became bullish on the day. But closures is what matters. You're trading at the yearly opening range. That is going to be a very, very big area to get underneath. Opening yearly range. Yeah, okay. Elias is answering questions for me. Thank you, Elias. Jordan Metcalf. Hey, good to see you, bro, man. Good to see you too, Jordan. Thank you for being here. The Hun. Would you go all in if Bitcoin comes down? Absolutely not, man. No. Why would I go all in on anything? I don't know what price is going to do. I am a good trader. Yes. Do I make it look easy? Yes. Do I win a lot more than I lose? Yes. But would I ever go all in on an asset because I think I know more than the market? No. See, if you look at this as a humble aspect, like I'm humble, I know nothing, I can't predict the future, but where I take my entries and exits are high probable areas, then over the long term, if you are taking good high probable area trades, you will be consistently profitable over time. By going all in at specific areas just because someone says it should turn around there, you're gonna go broke, unfortunately. That is not the way to trade or invest even. Or invest. No, if you're doing that, you're trying to get rich quick. Getting rich quick in this market, you're gonna get spanked. Please, what is the difference between support and resistance and demand and supply? Victor, support and resistance, the difference. Resistance is up. Okay, so when you're trading up in a bull trend, anything that can hinder price from moving forward or higher is called resistance. All right, resistance is this bullish candle's close. There you go. You can see you tested it, failed. Tested it, failed. This is your bullish breakout above resistance. Support is down. So if you're in a downtrend and you are looking for support, meaning you're wanting the market to turn around somewhere, if you're bullish, get up there. So support is down. So when price is trading down, you're looking for areas of possible support. When price is trading up, you're looking for areas of possible resistance. Now, supply, demand. Supply is over your head. So if price is going up, anything above you is considered supply. Demand, anything below you. If you are trading down, price is looking for demand. It is looking for buyers. So supply is resistance, essentially, and demand is support, essentially. Hope that helps. But that's just like a tidy little nice definition or explanation. I hope it helps. I do have a beginner's playlist start here. It's going to take time, guys. It's going to take time. If you are new and you don't understand any of these concepts, everything looks crazy, and I'm talking on a language you don't understand yet, just give it time. Be very patient and be willing to learn and be patient, and over time it will start to come to you and you'll start to understand more and more and more, and then you'll be a chart god, so to speak. All right, Sonics. Hi Heath, late to the stream. Celo BTC. Let's go look at it. I've never traded it, never heard of it. Celo BTC on Binance. Let's see here. Daily. Oh, there you go. There's one that isn't doing what every other crypto is, but it is trading against Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's going down. Yeah, you're getting a little bit of a strain. I have resistance at 13668. Where did you say you had it at? Top 15024. 5024. I mean, yeah, that's the wick high. Maybe you're looking at a different thing than I am. So those wicks take it all out. Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely a bullish target. But you can see that you're already losing momentum. You traded up into it. You're having a pullback now. It's going to a smaller time frame. I would not trade this because it is not very liquid. So there's a push up into resistance, another push up into resistance. If you keep pushing up into resistance and closing higher and higher and higher, then eventually you're going to break above them. That is still the bullish target, and it will be the bullish target until this candle's low is taken out. Then you're possibly looking for lower prices. Is this the high or not? I have no clue. That is currently the high that it's trying to get above. Data. Let's go look at it. Streamer. Data coin. So, like that. Very subjective. But that was up here. Once you got this breakdown, that trend line was no longer good. So, big, strong, bullish move to the upside. So that thing just caught a nice, quick bid. So it's probably very illiquid. How much did you come off? 68%. It's making lower highs and lower lows. So ever since you put in this wick high, you were unable to get back up there. Then you started putting in, boom, this was a pullback into resistance where it failed multiple days, or 8-hour sessions, I should say, sorry. Here's your daily chart. There was your resistance. You never came back up to it. There was your support. There's your support breach. So any push up is going to be looked at with selling intentions, and there it is. Same thing is happening now. Now you have daily support down here, which this was old resistance. There's your break. There's your first chance of a retest. So there it is, right there. That is support, and this is resistance for now. But I wouldn't use this one. I would use this one because this is the last time you put in resistance before you trade it away. So the closing price of this daily candle is resistance. You can look for possible resistance there at the supply zone, which that's another big range candle, and I don't like using big range candles for supply or demand zones. I would have rather used that one. It hasn't been retested, but once you trade through it and around it and all that stuff, it's no longer valid in my opinion. But you're finding resistance there. So this is the main resistance to get above. Until you get above that, you are in a downtrend. You need to get a break above that, then you need to find support and then take that out before you can say your trend has changed. Right now you're in a downtrend. Do you own any small cap cryptos? Nope. I do not. The only two cryptocurrencies that I currently own are ETH and Bitcoin. Well, I own some Tether too, but I'm only using that to trade futures. Let's hope we don't fall. I'm out of the market since 57K because my plan was achieved to pay off 2 house loans. Nice. I got a lot in USD still, so I do believe we will have a few weeks of bullishness. Fantastic work, my friend. Take profits, realize what you've achieved, pay off some stuff. That's the best way to do it. Fantastic job. I like this hourly close on Bitcoin. Let's break this resistance and fly. Yeah, Bitcoin's trying to put in some bullish price action. It's trying. It's wedging up still. Got to get an hourly closure above this hourly candle here. I would rather see an hourly closure above this one, to be honest with you, because that's your resistance up there. It's wedging up, so hopefully it continues to go higher. You are welcome, Mars Bars, Candy Bars. Thanks, sir, says Victor. You're welcome, my friend. Jordan Metcalf. Oh, the chat just glitched out again. I hate when it does that, because now I got to go back and find it. I was up 50% on Bitcoin. Would have been my first year profitable and actually got out before the huge crash and overtraded. Made some bad trades. Last night I held over some alts and got smoked. Man, we've all been there, my friend. We've all been there. All of us. Overtrading, just needing to be in the markets, all these things. You're not the only one. Trust me. I've blown so many accounts in my first years trying to learn this stuff. Lesson learned. Hey, that's what you need to say right there. First stream, can you check out silver? Absolutely. Let's go look at silver. And welcome, my friend. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Let's get off the hourly. So this was from that dollar strength that we had the other day. That's all this is. You're finding resistance on something down here. It would have to be a smaller time frame. Yeah, it is. There it is. There's your 8-hour resistance. Get over there, grab that. Thank you. Boom. So Friday you got to close above it. Friday you came back in to test it. So, I mean, obviously the near-term trend is to the downside, but sellers aren't going to be looking to sell this down here at the lows. Can it go lower? Absolutely. So watch and see if 25.93 gets taken out on an 8-hour closing basis. As long as you don't take that out, then this close above resistance is still intact. I mean, technically you did take out the low of this bullish candle, but you didn't close below it, so it's not really looking like a trap just yet. You get a closure below this bullish candle and you're heading lower, looking for lower prices. It doesn't look good. It's trying to form a rounded bottom, but your bullishness is just not there. And technically you could trade all the way back up to this 8-hour candle up there at 26.97, and then sellers re-engage. This is going to do whatever the dollar does. If the dollar keeps going up, you're going to see more bearishness on this. If the dollar gets sold into, then you will possibly see this thing head higher. Yeah, so we will see, but it's looking pretty bad down there right now. And gold looks exactly the same. We were looking for gold to find support at a level, and it did not. It blasted right through it. It was a lot of momentum on that dollar strength. We were looking for this level here, 1837-ish, on the daily though. Yeah, right there. And look at that. Boom, sliced right through it like hot butter. A hot knife through warm butter. Just gone. And you can see that you're trading sideways. Need a daily closure above this daily close. And you may get it, to be fair. I mean, this was a big move to the downside, but it's like almost a perfect bear flag. If you're a pattern trader, that's a bear flag. That's exactly what a bear flag looks like. And this pattern will probably break down if it doesn't get some bullish strength. But welcome to the stream, my friend. Cardano, ADA. Yeah, let's go look at it. I love Cardano, but I don't own any. I like what it's about. You know what I mean? Like what the company's trying to achieve. There was your support, boom, close below it. It's terrible. There was your target to the downside, a target objective reached. So yeah, this is a dead cat bounce for now. Got to get a daily closure above this area right there, 1.38. Until you get that daily closure above that, this is going to be looked at as another selling opportunity. Especially since Bitcoin's getting clobbered and most cryptos are getting clobbered. So yeah, until this thing gets above that, I wouldn't be looking for bullish entries. It's as simple as that. Can you get that this week? Absolutely. But you must not get a daily closure below 1.17. If you do, you're looking for lower prices. Looking for lower prices. All cryptos look terrible right now, guys. You are great, sir, says Victor. Thank you, Victor. Jason Asher. Yes, I consider ADA on outlier. Jason Maneo. Sorry if I'm butchering your last name. What's up, man? I'm new to this channel. I just subscribed. Did you notice the gravestone doji candle forming on the 6-month and the 1-year chart? I look at 3 months and yearlies. On what asset? I'm assuming you're talking about Bitcoin because you didn't give me an asset. But let's go look at the 6-month. I have no problems looking at the 6-month chart. Yeah, terrible. It's disgusting. What is all those lines? Yeah, that's bad. It's disgusting. And then there's your yearly there. Looks exactly the same. Yeah, because what you got is first quarter 2021 had a nice big bullish move right here. First quarter 2021, big bullish move to the upside, had a little bit of bullish continuation, and then immediately you rejected. So second quarter 2021 is when this sell-off came into play. So essentially last quarter you just made a move up. This quarter you made a move down. There is 4 days and 1 hour left on this quarter, guys. This quarter. So are you going to see some volatility down here? Absolutely, especially in the next couple days. My internet's crashing. So this is why I'm saying don't get too bearish down here, because you're starting a brand new quarter for 2021. This is the open of the third quarter. So you're going to see possibly a move to the upside if they're looking to reaccumulate, if they want Bitcoin higher. But at the same time, if you get continuation to the downside, it's not going to look good, because at that point you will have taken out the entire yearly range, which is not ever what you want to see. And you're halfway through the year. Not quite, but, well, yeah, absolutely you are, sorry. Halfway through the year. It's disgusting. I did not want to see that, but that's what we got, so we have to make decisions around what we have now. I'm waiting on the quarterly close. That's what I'm waiting on before I look for any more entries. I think we will get a nice big push down to the downside and then follow through up if it's going to go up. If not, if it wants to go lower, you're probably going to see a big stab to the upside and then continuation lower. Just be careful. Just understand that there's going to be a lot of volatility coming in the next few days. And welcome to the channel, my friend. And thank you for subscribing. Coins Kid pointed this out in a video 2 days ago. Retest of 1980. I don't know who that is, my friend, so I'm not sure what you're asking me. A retest. Oh, you're just saying he pointed it out 2 days ago? Yeah, I guess congrats to him. I mean, I've known about it ever since we broke out. It just is, it's irrelevant until price gets back down there. You are not even close to it yet, so that is irrelevant. That's why I don't point it out. This channel is more closer time frame. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for intraday opportunities. I'm a day trader. So once this level becomes relevant, people that follow this channel will be the first to know. Bringing stuff up that's probably months away still, or days away at least, is irrelevant. But I don't know the guy. HODL stocks, crypto, if they can't trade with the profits like S&P returns, I agree with your answer. But for those who bought high, should they average down, HODL, sell at a loss, get back in later? What I would do is I would absolutely get out. It depends on how much money I'm losing, right? I never let my losses get too big that I can't recover from. So if you bought up here and you're sitting in a massive loss, then that's an answer that's almost impossible to say. Because if I say, no, wait, you'll probably get a bounce. I was looking for a bounce. Once we took out this low, tested the yearly opening range, I was looking for Bitcoin to put in a bounce. There's a lot of stuff up here that's untested. And that's what I was looking for. There's inefficiencies in the chart up higher, right? And usually you at least get a test of the 50% retracement level on the fibs or 618. You just barely tested a 382 and rolled over. So that's not really something that, you know, it's not normal. Basically you get a bounce, test at least half of your leg to the downside, and then roll over with continued bearishness. So Bitcoin's doing something that's different, right? It's different. But just stay tuned, man. If you ain't subscribed, make sure you do it, because we kill these markets every day. But I agree, definitely HODL if you can't trade. And as far as me answering your question, it's financial advice, and I just can't do it, unfortunately. If you're not hurting, if you got more cash to spare, then I don't see no problem with averaging down. I mean, it's not normally the recommended strategy, but I mean, if it's just a small amount, then yeah, sure, pick up some more. While you are zoomed out, look from the start of 2021 for a head and shoulders on daily or weekly, just having fun. when you are zoomed out. Look at the start of 2021. My baby's telling me in there that I already went over this, but yeah, I'm still not seeing it, Elias. Apologies, my friend. I wish I could understand what you're saying. Everything going to do what Bitcoin does. Hopium 9,500 would be a great shakeout before move up. 9,500. Wow, yeah. Yeah, I'd say you got something else going on, bro, if you hit 9,500 bucks. You hit 9,500 bucks. What is that? Oh, that's roughly around the 85% mark. Yeah, 85%. Bitcoin's done it before. I tell you what, we get down to 9,500, I'm going to double up. Not go all in, but I will double up on my normal red weekly purchases at that point. Because you're going to get a bounce from there. I'm in USDT for weeks now. Would you buy in now if you were me? This is not financial advice. Yeah, sure. I'm going to buy tomorrow when we close red. If we close red, I'm buying more. How much would I tell you to buy? Well, 1% of your total account's equity. That would be a good spot to start. Because we don't know if it's going to go up. We don't know if it's going to go down. All we can do is take high probable setups and use stop losses. On the 1-day Williams alligator indicator, we rode the bottom as support all the way up. Now we're using the top as resistance all the way down. I've heard about the that indicator, but I don't use it, so I can't respond. I can't tell you if you're right or wrong. Sounds like you know about it. Sounds like you know what you're talking about. Heath is planted in reality. Jordan is still full of opium. Alright. Calm down. He's got, it's not, I don't know, it's confidence. A lot of people are mistaking his confidence for arrogance. He's just very confident that it's going to go up. Jordan is a great individual. He is a great person. If it turns out it goes down, he will be the first one to say, I was wrong. He will be the first one to say it. You know what I mean? But yeah, he is looking for a lot higher prices. He's considering this a mid-cycle shakeout. We will see. I hope he's right, because I'm long. But I'm not long with enough money that's going to kill me if I lose it all either. Is CME close important to you or absolutely not? Now, I look at it. I want to know where the gaps are. Gaps never have to get filled. So basically, I don't care about them too much, but I do look at them. Yeah, I do look at where the gaps are. That's the only reason I look at the CME. And because like it may influence a trading decision. Not always does it, but it may. Right? So let's go look at the gaps. What do we got? What do we got? There's an unfilled gap right there. Here's an unfilled gap down there. So those are the two main gaps that we're waiting on and watching for. You are still too far away from either one to make a trading decision based on gap fillage. Gap fillage in the village. Yeah, it's possible. You're possibly going to get a gap fill eventually to the upside and to the downside. See, this is my thing. If we're going to go lower, I would think that we would trade up, take out that gap, and then head lower. That also puts you right in range with the 618 retracement of this main move to the downside. There is your chart inefficiency right there, around 50,000 to 55,000. So, I mean, there's a lot of things in the upper portion of Bitcoin's chart that says that Bitcoin can revisit those prices for at least a pullback to test to see if there's more sellers up there. And there will be, trust me. If you get a bounce up there, you're going to see some selling pressure. Just because people that have held through this are going to want to exit if they assume that's the top. See, this is the thing. I haven't assumed that this is the top. I'm just assuming that Bitcoin fell off 50%, which isn't good. But I'm not assuming that's the top. Nor am I assuming this is the bottom. Because I'm a price action trader. So yeah, there's your gaps on the CME. Well, the relevant ones anyways. I don't see anything else that's more relevant. This gap was filled. And that one down at 9,500 that everybody's talking about, dude, that gap is filled. There's a small one. But there was one at 9,500 bucks that people were talking about. I think it's this one right here. That thing is filled. No, it's not that one either. Oh, it's this one right here. So this is the gap that everybody is talking about Bitcoin's going back to. It's not. It's been filled. So the way to know if it's been filled or not is, does your wick go down halfway in between the gap? If you get a midpoint test of the gap, so to speak, that gap is filled. It's filled. It's gone. It's done. That's why you never revisited it. That's why it kept going higher. So, please don't pay too much attention to gaps. If we take out this low down here, daily closing basis is, yes, I'm going to be looking for a retest, and I will be looking for short side setups aiming at the gap fill. But until you get down there, it's useless. It's just like the information about the 19K that Crit Bit Goy Kiddo dude said about earlier. It's irrelevant until you get close to it. Then it becomes relevant. My goodness, man, I am so far behind. So far behind. Sorry guys if I don't answer your questions. As always, you can put them down after the video gets done rendering and gets posted, uploaded to YouTube. You could drop it in the comment section and I will do my best to answer your questions. Yeah, I can't answer all of them. I used to be able to, but I haven't been able to answer all the questions in a while. And I've lost my spot. Just give me 1 second, bear with me, please. Okay, remember this. Okay, right there. There. Okay, Narwhal Tacos. South Brickamato, I disagree. Personally, Jordan is hopeful person short, but he's very, very clear that long-term Bitcoin is going to be way up. Short-term, we have no idea what's going. Very well. That's a very good explanation, Narwhal Tacos. That's exactly the best way to answer that. Jordan has recommended again and again to stay on the sidelines here until we have a firmer direction unless you're a confident trader. Absolutely, he said that too. He said that when Bitcoin, he even said that when Elon Musk came out, he said, someone has muddied the waters. I recommend you sit on the sidelines. That was way up there, guys. Way up there. But people are going to hate. If they lost money especially, they're going to hate. Of course, it's Jordan's fault. If they lost money, of course, it's Jordan's fault. Just like if you're following my channel and I plant you on a couple good trades, you'll love me. As soon as you lose one of them, though, it's going to be my fault. I have thick skin, though. 55K Bitcoin is cheap. Yeah. And that's also, South Brooklyn Motto, that's also because he's looking on a much further out schedule. Like me, 10, 15 years down the road, I agree with that statement. Now, do I agree with the statement? Like today? Obviously not. But 10 years from now, yeah, 55K Bitcoin will beat Bitcoin in my opinion. But that is just an opinion. Can you please look at XRP for upper lower targets on 4-hour and daily? Sure, let's go look at it. XRP USD. And I'm going to have to start wrapping it up, guys. It's been 1 hour and 34 minutes. That's usually about as far as I like to go with it because, well, people don't watch it very long anyways. So, this thing got clobbered. It looks way worse than Bitcoin. Way, way worse. Look, there's your low. There's your capitulation candle. And it wasn't even really a capitulation. Took it out. Now you've taken out that. This is a down. This is getting crushed. So first area that I would look for a resistance test would be 75787, this level here. That's the first spot. Would I short it there? No, but I would definitely want to see at least a 4-hour failing to get a closure above. And that's what you said, right? 4-hour daily upper lower targets. So first area that I would look for resistance would be this area. That's your daily lower targets. Well, first and foremost, the wick low down there is going to be a bearish target. This has got to be taken out if price is going to continue lower, as that's the way trends work. That's why they are targets. So if this is going to remain bearish, which it may, that's a test of that wick. It looks like sellers came in on just that. So that's going to be your next target, 50969. 50969, that's daily target. Next daily support is just under you with this close, but I would just go ahead and say this one down there, 41,545, as that is your major support level, because you can see it was tested multiple times as support before the big bullish pop, and that level is going to be just as important on a 4-hour. All right. If you find daily levels and keep an eye on those daily levels, watching 4-hour charts would be a lot more simpler. If you're like, yeah, I mean, it's getting crushed right now, man. Even on a 4-hour time frame, it's getting absolutely slaughtered. This was a tiny bounce, and it's already been sold into to the point to where you've already taken out 4-hour support down here. Next level 4-hour support is going to be 56,855, which is this bearish candle's opening price right there. So you can see you are wedging up, just like you doing on Bitcoin. That would be your last 4-hour support before it was breached. So those are your areas right there. That's going to be your weekly range expansion to the upside or to the downside. Those are going to be your important areas to watch. All right, guys, like I said, apologies for not being able to answer all your questions. I really wish I could. Unfortunately, we have ran out of time. So before, I like to end all my streams with absolutely giving a mad props and mad shout out to all my channel members and Patreons. Thank you guys so much for your support. It means the world to me. For the rest of everybody else, thank you guys for showing. Thank you so much. If you wouldn't mind, please liking the video and subscribing. It does help out the channel. And as far as Bitcoin, we're in a very sticky situation right now. Making new lows, lower lows and lower highs. So until we get above daily resistance, you gotta keep looking lower, right? I'm not looking to get in near-term shorts down here, as you could get a bounce out of here with the quickness. It is the end of the quarter. There is 4 days left on the quarter. So Tuesday, it should be the quarter close. Make sure you guys trade safe, trade smart. Wouldn't be a bad idea to sit on your hands until that quarterly close. Trade safe, trade smart. Happy trading, everybody. And I will see you on the next one.